sit down. Please go and sit down.
Use the other one. Okay, we just used it now.
All right, our leader is going to come in very soon, and when he comes in, we're going to play the national anthem, and we expect us to wait. Hello, I don't like this microphone, so I'm not connected. All right. All right, so our leader was being brought into here this afternoon, and we expect that when he comes in, we're going to stand up and take the national anthem from there. So while we're waiting, let's keep our fingers crossed and wait. And I'll try to go on the air. I want to broadcast live, but unfortunately I'm having a little problem here, but I know I'm going to beat it no matter what it does. This is Radio Biafra USA 2, and we never give up. We keep trying. This is a wartime radio, so don't really worry about it. It's going to work. All right, so let's wait for our leader to come in.
near microphone.
IPOB,
One family.
IPOB,
One family.
IPOB,
One family.
one family.
IPOB.
I thank all of you here gathered today. I am pleased to be in New York City and particularly impressed with the quality of people that I'm seeing here today. I am humbled. Even my brother is here as well. Kanu. He was with me in Israel. In Jerusalem. I can tell you that he is one of us. Good to see you. I'm very happy to see all of you. Very happy to see all of you. And also, Scott Berry is here as well. Is that correct? Yes. Good to see you. Good to see you. And all of you have our mothers as well. I believe we are live. Is that correct?
Yes.
We must proceed without further hesitation. Because today we will preach this gospel here in New York. It's so good to the yeah, so everything hidden will be exposed today here in New York. And I'm sure the whole world is listening, is that correct?
100%.
So also is my deputy chairman who will ensure that this very program goes out to the ends of this very earth. Because after today, things will no longer be the same, I assure you. We must proceed. I'm sure you have a program. We will respect and adhere to our program here today. I believe that we have an MC, is that correct? Who will do the introduction of the principal servants. If I may hand over the microphone to the master of ceremony today. Is it Pete? Oh my goodness. Watching it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mazi. Mazi. Our as you know, the bear only for Mazi or the neighbors. I don't even know where to start. I'm so happy we are all here, gathered here for this same occasion. We have to follow the protocol to see the introduction of the principal servants in New York and New Jersey. What I will do is that I'll hand you over to the coordinator, the state of New York. He will introduce the rest of the principal officers. My name is Bufion, because sometimes this is easy to deal with one person, then let him take it over. So Mazi Ezekwesili, please introduce members of this. Let me introduce him. He is Mazi Ezekwesili, the coordinator, the state coordinator of New York. So let him introduce him.
IPOB,
One family.
IPOB,
One family.
you're welcome to New York. Our leader, is another great opportunity to have you in our midst. I remember last time you came. Last time we hosted you here. On your way back, the zoo arrested you. So this is another opportunity to have you in our midst, and we appreciate your coming. You're welcome.
One family.
I want to use this opportunity to appreciate, how would I put it? The strong bones behind me. The people that made this event to be as you're seeing it today. I am the state coordinator of New York. Ezekwesili David is my name. But I have other guys that work with me. My deputy is here, Mazin Marike. And the New Jersey, that is not up to how many months? New Jersey is how many months? 2 months. Money. And New Jersey come, the New Jersey State coordinator. And you guys appreciate it. New Jersey is just 2 months old. 3 months. But they are doing great things. Can you say that? IPOB!
One family!
IPOB!
One family! Well, you are welcome. We appreciate your coming. Well, I can say that Mazes have said, why we are here today. And I hope everyone is glad to be here to see our Oyendu. So I'll hand over the microphone to Mazes. Thank you.
Our Biafra. I want to appreciate Ichi Eziobu. He's a coordinator from Boston, Massachusetts. So we say hi to him. IPOB.
One family.
IPOB.
One family.
You're welcome.
Thank you for being here with us. And God
Bless you. What is it? If you're a coordinator here, anyway, there's no more coordinator, so you can go.
All right. I'll start now.
I'm sorry. Pastor Thomas, can you please come and say hi to our people? And also, Mazero, Queens. This is Staten Island coordinator, Pastor Thomas Kratos. Oh, hey, Biafra! Oh, hey, Biafra! We welcome all of you in the name of Yahweh Yeshua.
thank you.
IPOB.
One family.
IPOB.
One family.
I'm really glad to be alive and to be here today because I think it's a great day. If not for you, for me. Because when I got into this movement, our leader was in the prison. So I imagined how can I see him? And seeing him today, I think we shall live longer. Thank you for coming.
Bronze coordinator, Mazi Okueme. If you're not here, deputy come. We're not there, Mazi Obina, where's Okueme? Then the Obina, you come here and say hi to our people. That's the bronze deputy coordinator. Can you put your hands together for me?
One family. We are really happy. Madike, may God continue to bless you and guide you and protect you. This is the IPOB bronze chapter or bronze. My name is Obinna Valentine Obara. I'm from Oga in Agota local government area, Oka province, Biafra land. Thank you.
Oh, very Biafra. I will give the microphone back to Peter I because can you guys forgive me because it's not that I forget my other coordinators. I just introduce the states, forgetting those that are working with me. They will.
See, that confirmed what I was saying. Only money for so I'm not the only one. We have to hand over the microphone for you to open the hall. Pray for us. Opening prayer. That's all we ask you for this time.
IPOB, may we remain standing, please, because we need to pray. But standing here in front of me is an ordained man of God. I will defer to him and I'll ask him to pray beside me. Please, you come forward.
Thank you. Chukwu okike abịama.
the God of Biafra, the God of Israel, the God of Abraham, our great-grandfather, God of Jacob. Your children have gathered from the east, from the west, from the north and south of this country. And they have come to hear your servant whom you have anointed and given to us. This is our Lord's doing. It is marvelous in our eyes. We've never had a freedom fighter like this. And that's why many don't understand. They call him names. They have gone to kill him. Today, by your supersonic power, you preserved him for us. So that the enemies in our lands shall be destroyed. In the name of Yeshua HaMashiach. They have gathered all the Islamic, unclean, uncircumcised Philistines to fill our lands, to pollute it. They rape the women, they do all kinds of havoc to your own children. And I know from heaven right now you are hearing us. And you are watching us from the dead heaven. And I know you have never, and you will never let us down. You have never sent anyone and disappointed that person. And we are glad and privileged to have your servant, the prophet of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, who humbled himself to take the call to go and serve the whole of the children of Israel that live in Biafra land. Even so, we commit everything we are going to do today. We want you to be the first and the last. We want you to be the leader. We know your hands are on this man. And we know you will never fail him. You never failed anyone. And you are not going to fail him. You are not going to fail IPOB. We are going to win this war. All our enemies shall be confounded. They shall be destroyed. In the name of Yeshua HaMashiach, we ask you, Lord, to reign. Let your wisdom, your knowledge be endowed on your servant as he ministers. Speak through him. Minister to your people. Your people are stubborn. They don't listen. They don't hear us. But Lord, as he ministers today, take control of his tongue as ever before. And a whole person and speak to us. Our women are listening up. Our children are gathering together. Lord, they are waiting for you. We know you are going to fight this battle for us, so that the enemies will know for the last time they will never try Biafra again. They will never try the children of Israel. They will know that we have a covenant that no other person has, and you are going to prove it. You have done it in Biafra 3 places, 3 times or more. When the sun that represents Israel appeared on Biafra land, Father, the way of abandon Israel, you put it on this man. Speak to us. The ark of the covenant of Israel is resting on his shoulders. I give him over to you for supersonic protection. In the name of Yeshua HaMashiach. Do it and have the glory. As I commit everything we are going to do here, any enemy who disguises himself or herself and is here, confound them in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach. They will go back the way they came. Frustrated. Father, thank you for hearing us. In the name of Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus is not let you pray. IPOB! Family!
Let's remain standing for our national anthem. All right. If you want to take a picture, they told you before, sit on your seat. You can do it from there. Focus on there. We have official photographer here. If you don't get enough, at the end of things, show it to you. And make sure that you get as many pictures as you want. We all want to take pictures too. Me too. Everybody wants to do that. All right. The next in the program it says presentation of kola nut to our leader. You know, sorry we have to speak it in our own dialect, one of the dialects of Biafra land, which is the Igbo language. Igbo is a language in Biafra, and fortunately or unfortunately, they made it look like we are separate. No, we are the same people, just that we speak different dialects. And this thing that they bring in there, they call it kola nuts. It doesn't speak English, doesn't speak American English, it speaks Igbo language. That's the only thing he understands. So, Mansi, I gave you that audio. I was going to my Oh, okay. All right. Let's see. I am Biafra. Biafra. I am Roaring. Biafra. Okay. We're Nnamdi here. Okay. All right. Well, Imo State. Okay, you know the route. Yeah. Oh, you know so. I be around it also. All right. All right. Idoma. Do we have any person from Idoma? Ijo. Munani ndi kwere wonyi kwere neba. Odewoloji. Omonye eri neba. Okay. Emana oge nona. Because onye si na here, His Royal Highness Barrister Chima Riako. Serve no, please. Oh, okay. I'm a member of the World Igbo Congress now. Anybody from World Igbo Congress that is present with us, that can give you some color. I have a little cousin. In Georgia, one village or Wachacha, or what is Georgia, giving them money, get for a food tea and I said, "Guess you get it together, but in your hand down there, or some more wine. I thought you." A 7-year-old, I'm only about to do so wine. I'm I have one on Jimmy. I go see how you okay, how to take a habit of Enugu State. Where you going there? In neighborhood. As no young one, Munye Jonathan can't went and say, I was here, but they do what they do. Jonathan had the head, me and the neck. You know what I thought the head, I did the head to go. So that's all I'm more years, almost. Aquaibo, did I come before you? More Bible, any hour me. Aquaibo, Cross River, Oron, Uget, Abia. Okay, Abia State. Enugu State. And they will give you a full. And when you're Delta neighbor. Oh, okay. Okay, but I know you're there. Oh, yeah, Habibi, Enugu. Oh, when you're Enugu neighbor. All right. Omulonye asinye onye zenya megene. Onye cheyaze. All right. Mma obuta mma si na onye ri. Ogola anyozi. Ogola anyoji. Wela anye wele ngola anyoji. Emezenga ona wele tutu. Aye without microphone.
All hail Biafra. Police blue when you get. I am not going to go and get that. When I yogi, you may have a lot of gimme for that. Mbuloja, you will the popular neck and neck. Will I your pocket? Will quiet, will go in your shine. We do it, man. We do shine. We buy money, hand. We don't have a problem. Yes, sir. When I have it, on that I know that. Upon I know that, one man who don't shine, I am police. If I need to wake up, we're going to Chinese wake up, and you got or now, man. If I have him up, I will not your pocket one. But tell I am not. From your follow, and then I had to go there.
All the man down, oh, Igwe, as in a year, so we call line or four.
All hail Biafra. All hail Biafra. Igbo Mamana. Igbo Mwana. Igbo Zwana. Igbo Bagasiana. Udojirano. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Usumu agahesu usumu agahesu ihe ọjọọ na-eme n'ihu ịnọ n'azụ na-eme n'azụ ịnọ n'ihu ọmụmụ ebungu na-adịkwara ya nkọ ọmụmụ ebungu na-adịkwara ya nkọ o
Biafra, on I hear when oh, not the only one and Amma, the walking Amma, the wine Amma, the many and the ones. Yamuna, Ibiafula. Kaina Toja. I'm not there, I hand you Bonilla. Na hande Biafra. Oga Adronya Ora Nama. Njenjaga Hebuai, Alalaga Hebuai, Ihoma, Kaina Yodisa. Iha Kurobiwa, Iha Kuropotoa. We will know why. Onyisi, I sekele wega hada. I want in the nation in Azu, I guess a chinike, never who's a bona. Iha na Toja, I will Kelorisa. I had no banana, Jilman and the Bay, Eke, Odia, Afo, Nkwo, Yadro and Namana, Aha, Chukwabia, my Binigo. He said,
all right. All right, we recognize recognition of Biafran groups. The vets. Just give us how many can change here each. All right, thank you. The battery was running out. Okay, let me ask something. Our elders, veterans, those who did what I did in the 70s. The veterans, could you please make yourself known? If it's a vet, just you don't have to stand up or raise your hand. Oh, okay. Let's go. Yeah, I said something. I said the way I did. I was a vet too. I was in the war, fought in the war. Yes, I enjoyed it differently. But today I'm still fighting the war anyway. But this time not with the physical gun, but the microphone, trying to do what I can do. Because our leader taught us a new way of doing the same thing that we did before, and very effective, of course. In those days we went out to fight. I don't know why most of us came out. I don't have any friends that I lost through the war. And but today, we are still doing the same thing. They have not left us alone. Nothing has changed. Some people were saying that we went to that war, Uchuku did this, Uchuku did that. And yeah, you have no choice. If you were there, you would fight. Then I enjoyed it. I was quite young. Gave me an opportunity to leave home. At least my parents wouldn't tell me what to do. I remember when I first came to my father to tell my father I was going to join the army, I just said, my father, I told him I wanted to be in the army. He didn't say anything. He just walked away. And my mother said, English word, he would not say actually by army. My father didn't even respond. He kept going. Mama said, you know, even now, well, Peter is actually by army. Oh, yeah, by army, that's actually by army. I was already enrolled in the army. So it was fun. But today we are doing the same thing. Our leader has taught us a different way. It is happening to all of us. The world around. See what is going on in our home. Right now we look at ourselves as people who don't have a home. Oh, when you talk of this, they say, it doesn't concern me. Okay. It will not concern you, but one day, because it's getting to that, it's getting to a point where you won't even know where your family is. You are here now because they're calling you on the phone, you are talking to them. Always, especially, you won't even know where they are, you will not be a happy person. No matter what you eat in this place, you will not feel good. So our veterans, you are all welcome. We thank you, all of you. And all our elders also, we are welcome you. And let's give ourselves a hand of applause. All right, what else do we have on the agenda now? It says inauguration of the IPOB Women Week. One other Bridget. One Bunda. Are you here? Could you please come forward and take the microphone and speak to your women?
IPOB. One family. IPOB. One family. IPOB. One family. First of all, I thank God for good health and life. My husband is here. He brought me here today. And I thank God for everything that has happened in my life. And also my first son is here. I dragged all of them here. My name is Bridget Kanu. I'm a registered nurse coordinator at Philadelphia. I'm married to Tony Kanu. He's from Nnamdi. I'm from Arochukwu. And my husband is from Nnamdi. Both myself and my husband, philanthropy is not a stranger to us because we have been blessed by the Almighty God so much that we have decided to use most of our income to help people at home. My husband has educated 2 doctors whom we don't even know. We haven't seen them before. Only that we received a phone call that their father died on a road traffic accident while coming back, and they are 7 in the family. So when my husband received the call, he started training one, and the second one ran to the school and called my husband and said he wants to go to school too. And he decided to train them. On my own side, I can't even count how many because most of them I hide it from him so that he doesn't know. And we spent our life trying to see what we can do, but no matter what we do, none of them is stable. We still go back to keep on helping and keep on helping, but it's not yielding anything. When I heard of what about our leader, even before I heard about him, I was praying and I said, the only person that will save the problem in our land is God Almighty. Then eventually I heard about him and what he was saying, and I said, here is the man. Then when eventually I heard that the Python Dam came to his house, I was depressed because I thought that he was dead. Then from there I heard about all the youths that were massacred at Aba because that was where I was brought up. I became depressed. I did not know what to do. I was confused until the day I was told, my girlfriend forwarded it to my phone about his appearance in Israel. That day, my heart was revived, and I have never stopped here and listening to IPOB, the Radio Biafra, since then. I did not know, I did not plan that I'm the person that will become called to speak about this today. But I know how much I feel about what was going on. So when we went to Atlanta for the 30th, eventually I was spotted out by our leader. So our leader. Whatever you did for me that day and prayed for me, I want you to do the same thing to my fellow women. Because after your prayer, my life was completely changed. When I came back on the 1st of June, because when I was given this position, I said, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to do. Then it was Father Augustine that we met at Atlanta. Here it is. He called me and said, you know where you will start? Go and let our leader pray for you. And after he prayed that prayer, there was a change. And ever since then, when I came back, I haven't stopped calling Father Augustine. Each time I will call him on the phone and I say to him, here is what I want to do, what you want us to do. And he has been so supportive and helpful, together with other priests that I have contacted. So I decided that whatever Nnamdi did for me, whatever he saw in me, is also in all you women here. So for that, please, I would like you to come out with me. We want to dance. Because Nnamdi is going to bless everybody, including those who are not here. Please, all women, can you stand and come, please?
Sorry.
What I know is that I want to increase the number of women we have. So based on that, I had to start making calls. In New York here, I have Ijeoma Uwakwe. Is she here? Not here yet. Okay. Ijeoma Uwakwe has been very, very supportive and very, very hardworking. And from the report that she gave me, she has found 15 new members. Can we give her a round of applause? Oh, are you? Yes, I am. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. This is one of the new members. And I have two people in New Jersey. I have one person in Los Angeles, and I have one person in Chicago. So I tried to get representatives from all these states that Onyendu was going, so that anybody that they were able to talk to that accepts this family, so that we can be initiated in the family. So I am encouraging all of you to be part of this family, because God will bless you. You never know what you are missing if you are not part of the family. So forget all about all the scandals that has been levied against IPOB. They are not true. And any of them that is true is just twisted. So we want to save our country. It's very, very important. And all of you know what women can do. So after this, we are going to meet. Please do not leave. I need the names of everybody, please. Okay, thank you.
Wait, please.
IPOB. Come on, our mothers are here today, and I want to say to Chukwuka Biama for his guidance and his mercy upon our mothers who are here today, a representation of the fighting spirit that we are born with, because everything that we possess in terms of our determination, our consistency, our quest for justice, we receive from our mothers. Our moral compass we got from our fathers, the same way that our mothers rose up in 1929, the same way they rose up in 1947, is how they have risen up today in this very land of America. Therefore, we ask the Elohim to bless and to sustain them, to bring the same nurturing spirit, the same guidance, the same love and affection that they have for us, their children, to see IPOB as their child and for them to nurture it accordingly. We pray for your mercy to be upon them, because I said it before we started, that only two things are missing in this restoration effort: the involvement of our women and also those who live in the United States of America. Here today in New York, both of those things are happening, which is a very strong indication that Biafra is indeed very, very close. I charge you, Elohim, because we know how we pray. We know our hearts, because nothing is hidden before thee, to infuse your spirit of togetherness and sisterhood into this very pillar of IPOB that we are nurturing today here in New York, that you may bless them and guide them exceedingly, that you may give them wisdom and understanding, that you may give them strength and fortitude to pilot the affairs of this very noble organization until Biafra is restored and beyond. In the name of Chukwuka Biama have we prayed.
our nation, Biafra, our land, Biafra, our nation, Biafra, our land, Biafra. We are fighting for our nation, full of love, our nation, Biafra, guiding up hope, peace and joy, our nation, Biafra. No matter what you have or where you are, our nation, Biafra. Everybody let's sing together, our nation, Biafra. No one is to be rejected. No one is to be neglected. No one is to be defenseless. All in Biafra land, oh, it's time to give justice a chance. So I'm rejecting the one. Restore our nation, love. We're fighting for our nation, full of love. Our nation, Biafra. Guiding up hope, peace and joy. Our nation, Biafra. No matter what you have or where you are. Our nation, Biafra. Everybody, let's come together. Our nation, Biafra. We are supposed to have peace. No more oppression. Nobody will run our children. The future will need cheese. No more games of politics. Just love equality. Hope for humanity. That's how it's supposed to be. We're fighting for our nation. Full of love. Our nation, Biafra. Guiding up hope and peace and joy. Our nation, Biafra. No matter what you have or where you are. Our nation, Biafra. Everybody, let's come together. Our nation, Biafra. We are one strong family.
All right. Our mothers, they have done it so well, and I trust that anything they get involved in, it's time to go. It's time to move. Things will be moved. All right. Next on the program, we have our Reverend Father Austin. Could you please come out here, sir, and address us a few minutes and tell us a few things, few words of encouragement? All right. Yeah.
All hail Biafra. IPOB. IPOB. Onyendu. You are most welcome. My name is Reverend Father Augustine Odimagwa. Father Odimagwa is from Idemmili Province, Omambala, Biafra land. Oyendu, I hope you don't mind. Let me speak to our people on one issue. I was making series of calls just for this occasion in New Jersey and New York. And I got series of questions. Each time I will refer the person to come here and ask our Onyendu for the answer. But one came to me that I could not refer to him. And this one was one of my good friends asked me, Father, why are you in IPOB? Very serious. And I was like, why do you ask? Because as far as I know, IPOB means Independent People of Biafra. My apologies. Indigenous People of Biafra. When I say people are independent people of Biafra, no, if I never in the air mat to be independent of Nigeria. So, the guy, well, that's the much I know. Yes, the answer told me because you know that IPOB was prescribed. I said, now you are talking. And he said so many things. So at the end, I said, I hope you don't mind if I ask you one or two questions. He said, no problem. I said, very good. Number one, I know your first name, I know your last name. Do you have a middle name? He said, yes. A very chairman. Actually, he said he has two. One from the father, one from the grandmother. And I said, very good. And you loved the names given to you by your parents. He said, yes, me too, I do. I said, now your parents are no more there. And the number one enemy of your family comes and tells you, forget about the parents, forget about Chima. I want to give you a new name. Henceforth, your name will be Anekrija. I said, would you answer it? This is your number one enemy who doesn't want you to leave. And is now changing the name given to you by your parents and calling you Anekrija. Would you answer it? He said, no. I said, very good. Why would my enemy, the Fulani federal government, tell me that I'm a terrorist and I will accept it? Why should I do it? If you accept a name given to you by your enemy, then you have given your enemy the moral authority to control you. And I told him that when your enemy says you are a terrorist, you should turn around and tell him he is a devil's incarnate. Give him a more serious name. That's how you counter such an idiotic semantics. I said, but aside from it, I said, do you know why IPOB was prescribed by the federal government? Then he doesn't know. Say, okay, we are discussing now. IPOB was prescribed. Let us pay attention. Not because of these young guys who are protesting on the streets of Biafra land. IPOB was prescribed precisely to get the prominent people of Biafra. As simple as ABC, because that is the system of Fulanis. What? DSS will just knock at their door. Sir, this is your ID from DSS. What did I do? When we get to the office, you will tell you. And then you get to the office, they tell you you are sponsoring a terrorist organization. And they can fabricate anything. And before you know it, they do away with you. You are gone. And they will continue like that until they pick all the prominent people in Biafra land. Then they have succeeded. It's not because of the young people on the streets. I told him, look, I studied social justice and peace at Fordham University here in New York, up to PhD level. So I perfectly understand the signs and symptoms of genocide. I perfectly understand the signs and symptoms of ethnic cleansing. I perfectly understand the signs and symptoms of religious cleansing. I know that these guys are making a terrible move to finish us. Then I told him, you are here in the US, you are very successful. You may think, okay, when they are killing the prominent people in Biafra land, you may feel, I'm fine, I'm comfortable here. And see what happens if when they finish with the prominent people in Biafra land, and they change the name of Nigeria to Federal Islamic Sultanate of Nigeria, and they change the name and change the passport, and then when you go to change get a new passport, they tell you if you don't answer a Muslim name, you're not getting a passport. I said, what do? You are in abroad. So you no more come home. You no more go home. We need to understand the signs and symptoms of these things when they are coming. Like our parents will tell us, onye gweru n'iku, egwe ine kisa ngobo igotaro. Omba hawara ge ho. Iwe gotifa na agwaju. The Fulanis have given us all the signs and symptoms of where they are coming from, where they are, and where they are going. And we have refused to adhere to them, despite the fact that the God-sent man, Nnamdi Kanu, who saw this long time ago, when the symptoms were coming, he was hammering to what? And many of us felt that we are insulated from the problem because we are thousands and thousands of miles away from home and we could care less. I told the guy again, another reason why I joined IPOB is this. When the three most important institutions in my life are under threat, I have no option but to fight like there's no tomorrow. My family is under threat. They gave me life. My community, which is Biafra land, is under threat. Biafra gave me identity. Our people say, my kindred, my family, my community gave me identity. And then as an adult, I have committed my life to serve the church. Even the church is under threat. I say, how comfortable would I be sitting back? The three most important institutions in my life, my family, my community, my church, are under threat of extinction. And you expect me to sit back and be saying the rosary alone? You must be, I didn't tell him this, but I said, it is difficult for me to accept that this is time for me to fight, if not for anything, to defend these institutions. And finally I told him, why I joined IPOB is that after the Python dance in 2017, we all came to New York to march. And I counted 17 priests who came that day. 3 of my friends drove from Toronto, Canada. They came for that marching, and after that they went back. The same day. They just came for the marching. And after the Python dance, I told him, my friend, I was getting depressed. I was hearing of depression, I never experienced it until that time. Because I was like, this is an area I studied. And look at what is happening to my people. What can we do? What can I do? I had no idea what to do. I called up my friend Evan Yeze. I said, connect me to a World Igbo Congress. I want to know what they are doing. Because this thing cannot continue like this. Through Dr. Kenny, we were able to reach out to the World Igbo Congress, the executive, to have a meeting. It was difficult. My friend was willing to pay for the executive because they live all over the place to come so that we have a meeting and figure out what to do. It wasn't possible. And I was asking around, what can be done? Until I met a friend of mine who introduced me to Nnamdi Kanu's speeches. After listening to him, my mind started coming back. I was already gone. And then, eventually, through my friend, Simeon Eganyomu, I got wind of IPOB in New York. I told him, I am going to New York to register. I will be coming from New Jersey to New York as a part of IPOB. And then after we did it for a couple of months, we said, you know what? We are going to have our own New Jersey IPOB. My dear brothers and sisters, let me tell you this. You have to. Nobody deceives him or herself. If you are not aware of what is happening back home now, you must be out of the mind. Let me tell you this. Since I joined IPOB, my mind relaxed. Why? Because, you know, there is nothing as bad as you go to the hospital, they run all the tests. Nobody knows what you are suffering from. Nobody knows how to help you. You are helpless and hopeless. But once you get somebody who tells you there could be a way out, what happens? Healing starts from that moment. I started getting my spiritual, moral, and physical healing the moment I joined IPOB. Because I started getting the sense that the hope is not lost. That there is always a silver line at the end of the tunnel. And so, my dear brothers and sisters, I'm not advising you to join IPOB. I am comfortable that I love it. I don't know about you. But guess what? If you are gathering all the junks that are in the social media, from Facebook, from Instagram, all this is, the whole thing is pounding on your head. The more you gather all these things, the more you get confused. But when you get to IPOB will begin to sort things out, give you the clarity of where we are going, the hope that is there and the hope that is not there. It is helping me, and since then I have been a happy man, and nobody, I repeat, nobody can stand on my way in doing whatever it takes to be a member of IPOB.
Yes, that was good. That was very, very good. That was wonderful. That's the way most of us felt that way. Yes. Some of us are fortunate that I wouldn't say we joined the IPOB early enough. No. At first, my same brother was always bothering me. Listen to this man. I said, I've heard all that from our video. I don't want to bother. I said, brother, please, I know you, just listen. And I started listening. You know, it's like I got addicted. Every day I will listen. But I never thought about joining IPOB. I was only listening to Mazi. I had a free listening. Until one day I didn't hear his voice and I asked my brother, what happened? The Mazi Kanu is not talking today. He said, no, sometimes he allows Uchemefor to do the talking. I said, okay. And I kept listening. Then Uchemefor announced that our leader had been arrested. I said, oh, arrested? Yeah, the DSS arrested him in Nigeria. I called my brother. I said, I want to join IPOB because this is the time. Now, if they arrested him, it means somebody's listening to him. He's not just rabble. Somebody's angry that he's talking. So they got him. So that meant it's a serious thing, so I have to join. That's how I became a member of IPOB. I will remain there forever, no matter what anybody says. All right, we have to call off my brother, another brother of mine here, Evans. I'm going for us to come up here to the podium, please. Evans, are you there? Yes, he has to speak to us, talk to us about Council of Elders and Veterans. Let's give him time to speak before I will hand the microphone over to our leader to do some talking for us. I know a lot of us are waiting. We are ready to ask questions. Write it down because when you get here, you forget. All right.
IPOB. IPOB. One family. IPOB. Major Gare. Gelege, Imogentu. Yipro Higeme. And I can stay where you are. Ashe onye dino bravo madu the gender on behalf of the veterans Ndelo Rogo Biafra ndande mwamu na dedendo Ashe make leno one of the flag to continue the struggle. And on behalf of the Spring Council of Elders, IPOB Ndelo customary government and Nigeria, they will represent the United States and Europe. I should make a learn. Them only shift para. n'ekwenye na-ekwu. Ndị echekwa why ndị Hausa agbabara anyị overrun? Ujeji heki. All because of when they know there. Na alụsị nwa ọgụ. Ọwụ nwa ọgụ egbe tom kpọta ọgụ isi na ọgụ nene akwado ochi. Wetuo nna na anyị ga. Ọ bụ na ọlakpuo nna barịcha yobo because of them they are losing their lives. The IPOB oyo alụ ọgụ. Because onye ọbụla ụra ebula gị nọrọ ụra emebie. Ano kalama as Nigerian, but as nene Biafra. Because I have shared the shade again. Pardon IPOB. Every man, pro Biafrans, pro Biafran groups. We are all saying the same thing. And I am going to go and know Lanoba. Yawo, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Because Onyawola will Olu and perform and do their duties. So on behalf of the Biafran veterans, now I speak as our elders. People, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother Dewo. Thank you very much. All right, we'll still moving on. This time I have to call the New Jersey coordinator. New Jersey, please. I wanted over here 5 minutes to come and speak on behalf of your people before we continue. There's a presentation that they wish to do, so over to you.
IPOB, IPOB, one family. As Reverend Father said before, that we all was, doing a meeting with New York, and we keep on asking New York what is going on in New Jersey. They began to tell us that they don't know what's going on. We said, okay, we are going to find what is going on in New Jersey because we are from there. So as long goes on, then Reverend Father and Master Simeon and I, we decided to say, let us set up a family, family in New Jersey. Along line, I couldn't believe it that people in New Jersey, they were eager, looking for IPOB family. So, as time goes on, we began to pass our information concerning IPOB to few people. I couldn't believe it that the people start calling us, where are you people? Where do you do your meeting? What's going on? What is time? This and that. So this is how IPOB New Jersey stands today. And they are working day and night to make sure that they meet up the IPOB demands. And they keep on saying that when they finish what they are planning and all their movement, that the United States IPOB will know that something new from New Jersey that will begin. Right now, some of them were saying, why not Onyendu come to New Jersey? We said, don't worry, we have to take permit from Onyendu. Okay, so maybe we are late, but I hope it's not the people that first run, and they might not be the one to be front. So, so we started at least 3 to 4 months right now, but I believe I'm telling you we are doing great. On behalf of the family IPOB New Jersey, we have a symbol that we want to present to you. We want to show you that's appreciation for you to come in to visit us here in the United States of America. And we are glad because your coming here is plus for us. Please, all IPOB should stand up, please. Any Biafran from New Jersey have to stand up. Biafran from New Jersey, you have to stand up. If you know that they're coming from New Jersey, please stand up. With the family of New Jersey, IPOB, we are giving this symbol for your great job and great work for Biafrans. We say, may God bless you and lead you and bless your family. He said,
Thank you.
IPOB. When I was coming here, I had the impression that I was coming to see only our people in New York. But as I came here, the added bonus of New Jersey has uplifted my spirit and my soul, and I am overjoyed. And the same way that this very spirit moved around some of you in New Jersey, so do I pray that it will move across the 50 states here in the United States of America. Only two things are holding us. I think we've solved the first one. Our mothers are now coming out. The next one is that this gospel of redemption must permeate every society, every community where our people are domiciled in this great country. Because Chukwukikabiam will give us Biafra. But those of you in USA will lead us to it. That is your responsibility. Thank you very much once again, President. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Hamadike. All right, New Jersey. Us now one to dite Okanaya. Yes, all the motor is very good. I'm very impressed. I'm very, very impressed. Okay, this time, we have to, I know many of us here are so eager to hear OUC say something. Just me too. Our also no. Radio here, I'm recording everything. So we have still played, recorded program from Radio Biafra, USA 2. We are here hosting our leader today. So right now, I have to present the microphone to our leader for the gospel of the day. Mazi, your time. Please sit down. Before I proceed, as it is customary within IPOB, when you work for IPOB, you are working
for heaven itself. Because we are here doing the will of Elohim, the will of God, the creator of the heavens and the earth. That is why we see things that ordinary people cannot see. That is why we say things 4 or 5 years before they happen. That is why anything we say comes to pass. I want to acknowledge 2 people here. Is Mama Africa here somewhere? Please come. Come to me here. Come here. Come to me. Come to me. And our dear brother, Chai Onze, is he here? Chai, where are you? Great woman she is. Great woman. This is one of us touched by the Spirit, and I'm humbled to actually be in her presence today because she's a very strong lady. You must commend her for what she's doing because she is one of us. And in IPOB there are Biafrans, in IPOB there are agitators, but when we say that somebody is one of us, it means that they are faultless. It means they are resolute. It means that their spirit is indestructible. It means they only have one vision. That vision is to restore Biafra and nothing else. That is why I commend her to all of you. May God bless you. May God bless you. May God bless you. May God bless you. Thank you very much. Thank you. As we continue to wait, I want to acknowledge Jack, of course, and then we must proceed to preach this very gospel as I have been mandated in spirit to do. I am here to cure many diseases. All your need and the banning. Anyuku Eporo Epasiri. This with me. I will cure all of that today. You know, things have changed when a reverend father will come out to say that even himself was born again to join IPOB. Normally, I wouldn't start this way, I will preach. But I will go to start from the back to begin to lay a very credible foundation as to all the unfounded allegations and innuendo against this very great family. The greatest of its kind anywhere on the face of the earth. We are the largest mass movement in the whole world by none. Only IPOB. Somebody heard something. I am sure some of you invited some people and they gave you excuses out of fear and cowardice. What they are saying has no justification, but what they want to do, is that which they will continue to do, is to allow their prejudice to overcome them. Because what you have accomplished, what IPOB New York has done, what IPOB New Jersey has done, what IPOB USA is doing is something that they themselves can never do. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. And because of that, because they cannot do it, they have to look for a way to try to discourage others from joining. try and destroy it, but they cannot, because this is a divine project. Before I came here, I asked our sister Nnamdi. I'm still on the defense fund. Defense fund down here, I'm still on it. Nehina Demba na sona banyo, also kaya joy ya dotu na oko mu oka mu joy tie na microwave warm wine. How many of you here paid defense fund? I want the camera to capture it, please. How many people here paid defense fund? I have the list here. I have the list. Because I'm not going to stand by. I have the list with me. Before you raise your hand up. These are those that paid for defense fund in America. I asked the Nnamdi before I came here. I don't refer to my own when I'm preaching. But I have to today because it is an exception and it was sent to me. In the whole world, 50 countries out of the 88 where we are domiciled responded. And in total, the amount we contributed towards our defense fund is €158,406.47. What do you call pence in euro? Is it cent? It is here from our computer printed. I said 100 and only. This is not up to the amount we use to chase away Fulanis from Nnamdi. Those billions and billions they've been lying to you about, trying to discourage you from saving yourselves. It is here. And how much did the USA pay? Somebody here should know. How much did the USA pay towards our defense fund?
2,000 something.
2,778. But the greatest gossipers are in America. The greatest peddlers of lies and deceit, they are here. Here in America. The same way they lied to our brother Scott Berry. Lied to him about me. Somebody who was in prison. You know, when you lie and lie against somebody who is in prison for your sake, God will never forgive you. All that defense fund, you not put in. Those that did not pay for defense fund are those talking about it. Today you have compelled me to tell Fulani that you have no money. Now they know. You can now see it. 2,778. All of USA. And then what to Basara Defense Fund. And do you know the funniest thing? With the exception of Defense Fund, one.
Yeah, we did. We did. We did. We did.
Give me that phone again. What is it on there? Don't confirm. I have no secret if you know me. I tell you the truth always. That is why I'm alive. Chukwu Abiyama said, if you speak the truth always, I will preserve you. That is why I read the longest psalm in the Bible, Psalm 119, every night. I have been reading it consistently for 5 years, without fail. As long as you remain truthful, there is no plan from the enemy that will prevail against you. I have come to New York. I went to Atlanta. I went to Los Angeles. I traveled to Houston. I went to Chicago. In between, I went to Toronto in Canada. And I'm in New York. Why don't you ask yourselves, where are those gossipers, Abraham? Where are they? They have come up with a new one. The new one is that IPOB was proscribed, or that we are a terrorist group. As our reverend said, somebody told him that we are proscribed. And they said these people are educated. They're in America, they're enlightened. And yet some people cannot reason properly. The Fulani that declared IPOB a terrorist group, why haven't they declared Fulani herdsmen a terrorist group? Do you know that Boko Haram has not been designated a terrorist group? Are you aware of that? Yes. Do you know? Yes. But IPOB was designated a terrorist group because they know that some of you are cowards. You think they don't listen? Britain is the one advising them. Britain knows that a majority of our people in America are cowards. Once you say Nnamdi Kanu is a terrorist, they will no longer support him. Because they will be afraid. If they travel home, they'll be arrested. Who told you that? But nobody can be arrested if you travel. Because you're in IPOB. Who told you that? Because they know that you are fearful. We say that Yorubas are cowards, but we are the greater cowards. We hide behind every reason not to support a great movement like this. Every reason in the world we manufacture. Every excuse you will manufacture not to support. Now they are called terrorists. But the Fulanis that are killing you every blessed day, as the Reverend said, the church is under attack. Some of you go to churches, don't you? You go to different churches, Makendi Yoruba, who never in the material Masrafi. One for Biafra, a Gawa church in Yoruba. Shame on you. You remember? Anybody that goes to a Yoruba church should be ashamed of himself or herself. I didn't say you shouldn't marry them all or quite home to ever. I said they are church. And do you know why? Do you know why you shouldn't go to their churches? Because they were all former Muslims, all of them. I said all of them. Do you know the meaning of all of them? Every non-Yoruba preacher was born a Muslim. But they used their media preponderance, their excessive representation within the Nigerian media space to convince you. The same way they convinced you now that talking about rape is more important than talking about Fulanis coming to your villages to kill you. They manipulate your brains. They make you think that miracle is only possible in Yoruba churches. And then you go there. And what do you come with? Against that POB, that's all you do. Is everything okay? Because we are Biafrans and we always well behaved. What's happening here? Go see about what? Is anybody here not aware that Fulanis are in our villages? Who here doesn't know? Is there anybody here who does not know that Fulanis are in our villages? And who do you expect to fight them? You guys who from America. Can you find them from New Jersey? Can you find them from New York? Can you find them from Chicago? Who are the people on the ground fighting for it today in Biafra land? For them, you were going to go as one hand. Anybody that gossips to you from today onwards, ask them one simple question. Why were you not at the town hall meeting to ask this ridiculous question now? Some people don't appreciate the level of sacrifice that needs to go into any freedom fighting movement before liberty can be assured. Some of you are in America, but you don't know American history. This land you're seeing today flowing with milk and honey, people fought for it. And do you know why Elohim said to Moshe, that is Moses by the way, I have given you this land for free, but you must fight for it. Do you know why? So that the children of God will not be people of superstition. Because if you go into the land for free, anytime you ask for something else, you think you come for free. Isn't it? That is the basis for superstition, which has no place in the life of a true believer. I don't believe in superstition. I believe in reality. That thing that we can do for ourselves. And I say it with every degree of authority, as I say everywhere that I go to, that without IPOB, they will take you, there is nothing you can do about it. You know, I'm going to say, there is a hamburger. And our land will be gone. And who do you think will save you? Will Hanese save you? No. That's right. Will they save you? People say, oh, they're intelligent. Igbos are very intelligent. Our Biafrans are very intelligent people. Two fundamental mistakes we have done in our time. Maybe that is why God is angry with us. If you know you cannot do what IPOB is doing, if you know you cannot do what Nnamdi Kanu is doing, stay by the side and appreciate them. Don't allow your envy and your to override your sense of reasoning. Some people get up in the morning, they see how well IPOB is doing. In the evening, they form an association. In 2 weeks' time, they tell you, oh, come, let's unite. Let's unite with who? What have you done before? We are uniting with. Can you come to New York and call for a town hall meeting and the hall will be filled like this? Why don't you come and join us? Why must you be outside seeking for relevance? Asking us to come and game where so around table or fork on a table, I don't know what they call it. Because inside us we harbor the deadly seeds of jealousy, envy, and it is very, very destructive. That is why Igbo men or Hanese, they are told can sit down there and allow IPOB that is not carrying any weapon to be proscribed, whereas the Fulani herdsmen that are killing us can come into our land, and we are now negotiating with them which portion of land to give to them. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes, Okay, are you aware that Fulanis are killing people? Yes. Are you aware that Christians are dying and they are being killed? Yes. Are you aware that Jews are dying and being killed? Yes. Are you aware of it? Yes. Have you heard of anywhere that IPOB went to sack a community to kill the people there? No. But Igbo men, Ndi Igbo, sat down and decided that it is better for their political careers for IPOB to be proscribed, for Nnamdi Kanu to be killed. Do you know why I say this thing wherever I go to? Because we will not forgive them. I am saying it now. If you are going to cry for them, start crying from today. We will not forgive them. They will pay very dearly for their betrayal of our people. Everything I have told you has come to pass. You know that Chukwu is marvelous. I must tell you. I am telling you the truth. If God doesn't love IPOB and what we are doing, how come everything we say in exact precision happens exactly like that? I told Nigerian Bar Association when I was in jail, I said to them, I have been given 2 unconditional releases from the court, and you people refused to put pressure on the government using your good offices to compel them to release me from prison. That one day this same government will come after you. Go and ask them. Emma Powerful signed the press statement that it was published. Go and Google it. Everything I tell you, you can Google it as if it is true or false. And I said to Nnamdi, if you fail to compel the courts to prevail on the Attorney General of the Federation to order my release, given 2 outstanding court judgments, that you will suffer for it. Ask him, and he was removed as a chief justice. Disgrace out of office was removed. Disgrace out of office. The same thing I told Okorocha and his friends. That shame shall befall them. And you know how they play their politics in the zoo. He contested for Senate, isn't it? And he rigged himself into power as they normally do. And they will tell his certificate. And they raised this top for him, doing it like this. Do you want it? He was saying, yes, yes, I want it. They said to him, go and denounce Igbo presidency 2023, we'll give it to you. And the idiot gladly agreed. That you have been reduced to begging for what should rightfully belong to you. And there was a statement they issued today again. Do you know what they said? In fact, if you're in Nigeria, raise your hand up here, please. What are you with Nigeria? Do you know what they said today in the zoo? Do you know the brazen arrogance of Fulani cattle headers? The worst is that they didn't go to school. They are migrants into the zoo called Nigeria. They are not even indigenous to the place. And they have gone across the length and breadth of northern part of the zoo. They have opened their borders for their fellow Fulanis to come from Mali to kill you in your towns and in your villages, that your land may be taken over. Don't believe what I'm saying. Go and ask the Togolese president. He said it yesterday. Togolese president said it yesterday. And this morning, Fulani people said openly, no Christian can ever become the president of Nigeria. Offer in the open. Is in Vanguard, is in Vanguard or Punch today? And some of you say you're Nigerians. Oh, we won't support IPOB. But America will not save you. Because you will have nowhere to go to. And let me tell you something about white people and how they reason. Once they know you have nowhere to go to, you're in serious trouble. Do you know that? Jews were killed in Europe, even during the Spanish Inquisition, right up to the very awful above Hitler. They were killed because they felt that European Jews had nowhere to go to. The same thing shall befall you. And to make matters worse, I've been praying over this and saying to Chukwuka, do you want to destroy us? Because people going through what we are going through today and have consistently refused to reason, there must be, that's destruction, isn't it? It is. You are an endangered species. I am telling you the truth. No amount of ofara you dance outside can save you. No amount of village meeting you hold outside can save you. No amount of a watch abroad can save you. The only way you can sustain your relevance is by making sure that the land you come from is liberated and free. Some people think that Yorubas will fight. Is that correct? Will Yoruba fight? Yoruba Galo? And do you know why they will not fight? Their reason is twofold. And let me tell you the truth today. Everybody in that devil's creation called Nigeria, when they talk about one Nigeria, keeping Nigeria one is for a reason. They know that without Biafrans, this thing that Fulanis are doing is like picnic. They will stop all of them. All of them will go. So we are their insurance. We are their insurance in that zoo called Nigeria. Us. Yoruba would not want Nigeria to divide because if Biafra goes, Fulani will come and live in Lagos and take the emir of Lagos now. Yes, now. That's the emir of Lagos. Can they talk? Because half of Yoruba is Muslim. Understand this very well. And as every Muslim knows, your allegiance is to Saudi Arabia and Iran. And if you are in the zoo and you are from Yoruba land and you're a Muslim, your primary allegiance lies with the Sultanate in Sokoto. Do you know that the Sultan is the head of Muslims in the zoo? Yes. Do you know that? Yes. Do you know that no Yoruba man can go and hold Juma prayers on Friday in the north? Hey, they don't even know that. No Yoruba man can walk into a mosque in the north of the zoo and conduct prayers. Impossible. But they are confident remaining as slaves to the Fulani because of their fear of an Igbo man. Maybe because we are blessed. I said to people that the Jews of Europe went through the same thing. God in his infinite mercy will keep on blessing Biafrans. You know Chukwu can be angry with us as much as he likes. But because his word is here and amen, once he has given you a blessing, he cannot take it back. Are you following me? Yes. Once you are under the special anointing of heaven as we Biafrans are, it can never be taken back. Then we shall continue to suffer until we discover who we are and remedy some of the nonsense that the creation of Nigeria has brought us into. Who created Nigeria? Who created the zoo? Is Lugard from Olu? Is Lugard from Zamfara? Is Lugard from Obomosho? Now, can you tell me the reason why Africans are defending something that they did not build? When they call you a slave, you shouldn't blame them. They are right. Something I would have prayed, but I won't say it because kids are here. It's for adults only. Can you tell me the reason why you allowed people to come from Europe into your land to tell you the name to answer? Can you explain that to me, please? Is India developed? Yes. Is India developed? Yes. Is Japan developed? Yes. Is Singapore developed? Yes. Is Malaysia developed? Yes. How about common Philippines? Are they developed? Yes. Do you know one thing they have in common? They are proud of their heritage. They are proud of who they are. Because some people see us the way we are, with our keeper and our talit, and they say they are taking us to Israel. That we are not Jews. And what I'm saying to you today was exactly what I said to the students of Tel Aviv University when I gave a lecture there last year, November, if I'm not mistaken. And I said to them that the only place on this earth, the only place in the whole world that lends credence to the assertion that the Jews were in Egypt is only in Biafra land. I repeat, the only place, Mowanina, where there is verifiable proof and evidence that Biafrans, or should I say that Jews were in Egypt, is only in Biafra land. And they asked me why. I said, because the same dwarf pyramids you have in Egypt, you have in Enugu State. Some of you don't know what a pyramid is. The Maya pyramid in Egypt. Do you know the level of scientific knowledge that has to go into the construction of one pyramid? The exact measurements that accompanies it, are you aware of it? Those things are where you come from. It is not in Israel, not in Ethiopia, not in Eritrea, but in Biafra land. Some of you have forgotten that we had a temple in Arochukwu. They come to you, they lie to you, they tell you, don't worry. As the white man told you, or asked you to believe, our temple was there to worship one true God in heaven. That's why it's called Arochukwu. Huh? There are other lesser cheese, is that correct? Is that true or false? True. Is that not correct? You're from Arochukwu, is that correct? I hope you're not going to Yoruba church. We are the original children of heaven. That is why we are all blessed. That is why you can come to America and become, without mincing words, the most advanced ethnic group here in America. Is that true or false? So you think you did it out of your own sheer strength? It's because God is with you. Wherever you go, is that not what it says in the scriptures? I will bless you. Is that not correct? Yes. But let us not turn our blessing into stupidity. That is why you must rise up to support IPOB. That is why you must do everything within your powers to ensure that Biafra comes. Because without Biafra, you are nothing. The same way it happened to the Jews of Europe, so shall it be with you if you don't do something now to arrest this very ugly situation. Because the Fulanis have come. Do you think Omahi will defend you? No. Dave Omahi, will he defend you? No. Will Okezi Basu defend you? No. Will Obiano defend you? No. Who can defend you? IBOB. Who can defend you? IBOB. Who can defend you? IBOB.
Oh, Chineke.
The only reason why they came to kill me was because Igbo men were behind it. Without the support of all these men, they would have died. Do you think those people that died don't have mothers and fathers and sisters and brothers like yourselves or children? They are not all young people. There were old people amongst those that fell. That is why we will not forgive nor forget. There will be retribution. If you represent the interest of all these corrupt criminals, tell them that I said in New York that there will be. Oh, Chineke, whatever, better. There are elders here. And so can we make Moses and Abu Bomso. How many of you here have asked the governors why they sent people to come and kill us? How many of you here? Only one person at the back. Why can't you ask these people why they decided to come and kill us? Those who are fighting for you, for your survival as a race. Fulani have told you cannot produce a president. They did not find you fit to occupy any sensitive position in the zoo. They have come for your land as well by force. And all the money that fuels the economy of that damnable zoological republic comes from Biafra land. What else are you looking for to convince you that you're not a Nigerian? Is there anything special you're looking for? Or are you waiting for Peter to be confirmed as vice president? What are you waiting for? I have a feeling and a suspicion that some of you in America want our race to be extinct. I'm telling you the truth. My feeling tells me that some of you here in America, you hate yourself so much that you want the race of Biafra to be obliterated from the face of the earth.
Do something.
Do you think the Fulanis will stop coming? Do you think they will stop coming one day? It can happen again that they stop coming. Do you think so? What are we going to do to stop them? What are we going to do to stop them?
Defend our land.
Fight back. Are we going to fight them? Yes. Are we going to fight them? Yes. Are we going to fight them? Yes. Are you prepared to do all it takes? Yes. Yes. Are you prepared to do what it takes? Yes. There are two things you have to do. And one, I have given you a very long date calendar. Have you secured a permit for 3rd of July to March in Washington?
Not yet.
Have we secured it?
Not yet.
Have we applied?
Yes, sir. We're working on it.
Is there any reason why all of you cannot come to Washington July the 3rd, 2020?
No.
Any reason?
No. We are ready.
Is anybody here who's unemployed? There are people here who are unemployed. Now, how come in America? I believe everybody's working.
Yes.
Can you take time off work?
Yes.
Can you take holiday 1 day at least off work?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Can you take 2 days off work?
Yes.
Oh, up to 1 week time. In America.
Yes. Yeah, long.
They say you do 4, 5, 6 jobs. So if you take holiday on number 1 job, how about number 2 and number 3? So we can take 2 days off, yes?
100%.
Starting from today, because the whole world is listening to this very broadcast, we're going to apply. Is that correct?
Yes, yes.
The whole world is listening, and we will be coming from all over the world.
Yes.
To America. The rights you enjoy today in America can be distilled down to only one episode in the history of this country. That very march on Capitol Hill, led by the very gallant and late Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. That is why you have jobs in America. That one single march. And with our own single march, which we know will surpass that very march. Not only will Biafra be free, but the whole of Africa will be free as well. I don't know what Washington will look like that very day. But I know that there are some of you that will write to the U.S. government and ask them not to allow us to come in on the 3rd of July. Before I came here, some of you were receiving WhatsApp messages and email. Is that correct? Since I've come, are you still receiving those messages? Huh? We are prepared to do everything humanly possible to restore Biafra. We have sacrificed in the past. We shall continue to sacrifice until Biafra is restored. And we are not rich. Everything I am wearing here, including these glasses, was given to me by IPOB family members. The reason why I said is that once you may have need for money, I don't. I have no need for a car. I have no need for a bicycle. I have no need for a mansion. Because the greatest mansion, insofar as I'm concerned, is the independence of Biafra. One of my trainers when you enter Konobaku, when I'm not doing anything with it. Heaven is my witness. I have no savings. I have no savings. I have only one bank account with Lloyd's CSP in England. Go and ask them. Because my covenant is with God in heaven. Any day I abandon Biafra, any day I dream of abandoning Biafra, if God does not wipe me out with my family, I know He is not God. I is a challenge to God in heaven.
Biafra! Biafra!
Thank you. And having said that, I thank those who organized this. The New York and New Jersey, USA, IPOB. This great family. I am a miscreant. The man that called us that name is today a greater miscreant than we are. They disguise what we have been telling them year after year after year after year, that the Fulanis will come, they will take your land, they will destroy you. Nobody bothered to listen. They said I'm looking for trouble, that I want to start a war. I saw hate speech.
Yes,
a war against hate speech. By Osibanjo, I remember very clearly. They call it hate speech. But when Fulanis are killing you, it is called love killing. When they destroy your farm produce,
treat them with love,
and render asunder your means of livelihood, it is love work being found.
treat them with love.
Do you want to remain in Nigeria? No. I am asking the people here in New York City, do you want to remain in Nigeria? No. Because what I will tell you, all I can say here, there is a way we can do it. And I have. Because some of you love lies. Understand it very well. I hate lies and liars. If I come to the US to see IPOB family, I will tell you in the open. But every other substantive meeting that I may have with those that matter, that can move our cause forward, I will not tell you in public. For every picture that you see us take and tweet, there are 20 more that we cannot tweet. I will talk about. Anybody who brings lies and deception into Biafra liberation, lies will follow you all the days of your life. from anywhere else did, apart from us in IPOB. We've been accused of everything. Now you know that we are under oath. If you're not under oath, I cannot work with you. Do you understand me? Yes. God forbid. If you are not under oath, I will not work with you. I am making it very, very clear. Because you will sell us. For 52 years, non-stop, they have been selling us every blessed day. Till now. And you want me to work with you? No. Huh? No. That is this question I ask all the time. How many Igbo associations are successful in the whole world? Can you be also? How many Igbo groups are successful? How many? About Odunia Kamosu, we're giving another vision. Is that not correct? Yes. Can you also name apart from waiting like division? Baby shower,
graduation.
Somebody said we are finding it difficult joining IPOB because we don't know what will happen to us when we die. I said, do you know you're talking about IPOB? The person said yes to me. And I said to them, or to him in particular, what you should worry yourself about is, will your entire town contain us when we come? Can they contain us when we come? Have you seen IPOB march before the road? Back home? I don't think so. When we march, the mountains vibrate.
Yes, sir.
Oh, but no, Jan is also free here. I know that's you. When those people march towards the north, I give you 14 days and the zoo will no longer exist. I assure you. Some of you in America have the same attitude. I preached this, I think it was in Chicago, that made slavery possible. That slavery was made a reality in the life of men is because of your attitude. This same attitude some of you are portraying. And that is why I have preached it before. That it appears that when the whites say that they are superior, that they are correct. Who helped me preach the video Biafra? When white people say they are superior to blacks, I believe them that they are. Do you know why? They don't reason the way we do. They don't. When this country was under attack by the same Britain, did they fight Britain or not? Do you know that those that fought Britain were British people? Yes. That came here to live a life of peace and equality amongst men. They fought. We are not even asking you to fight. We are not even asking you for your money. We are asking you for something that will not cost you anything. Simple moral support you cannot give. What type of person are you? Am I recruiting you to go back home to go and fight?
I'm ready.
Some of you think that one day you rise up and you go home and your village will still be there. Who told you that everything can? They are in a hurry. They need to round, now listen to me carefully. They need to round up very, very quickly. They have 3.5 years to complete it. After that, they will hand over to Atiku. By that time, Fulanis are in your villages. They will say, oh, why are you complaining? But P2B, your brother, is the vice president now. So why are you complaining? Are you following me? The day it happens, you go to New York. What I'm telling you is what is going to happen before it happens. Are you going to allow your grace to take over from you? No. Will you allow it? No. Who are those that fought? 67 to 70, or maybe you joined later. Just raise your hand up, don't stand up. Just raise your hand up. Do you know that you are alive today because of them?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Do you know that?
Yes.
How many don't know? Because of the war they fought, that is why you are alive. I will tell you their plan. Do you see what is happening in the Middle Belt now? How they slaughter entire communities. Have you seen it?
Yes.
That was their plan. To kill everybody up to the age of 10. Then they now groom them to become good Muslims. You don't know that? These men, some of them, our fathers, fought and fought and fought and fought until Gowon accepted the terms of no victor, no vanquish. You must understand this. So whenever you see a veteran, they are your savior that you're seeing that same moment. Yes. And I call them the greatest army the world has ever seen. Because if you can fight Britain, Russia, Egypt, OAU, and the lukewarm attitude, or should I say, collaboration, conspiratorial, I hasten to add, of the USA, then you deserve every accolade that you get. I'll show you. Nobody was able to do what we have done for 3 whole years to fight against the whole world and the prejudice. Sadly, those things that our parents fought and died for, some of you are carrying today. Why do you think we did not receive any help during the war? Bulgaria told Chief Justice P.K. Mokedi to his face that what Japan is enough. They don't want another one. Who here knows the late Justice P.K. Mokedi of the Supreme Court? He was our special envoy to the communist countries in mid to far east of Europe. He went to look for help. Do you know what that thing taught me? The day he told me this in Enfield, in London, I asked him, which of course he concurred later, that some of the hatred you see against Biafra is not because of anything we may have done. They are afraid of what they know that we are likely to become. Because in Biafra we are to stand. We will build an aeroplane. We will build many cars. We will build skyscrapers. There is nothing a white man is doing that we cannot do. Therefore, some people don't want this country to rise from Africa. But perhaps some of you are content with living the life of semi-slaves in America. But me, I'm not. Do we know we are semi-slaves here? Yes. That you are here on voluntary slavery? Yes. Are you aware of that? Yes. They came and took our ancestors, brought them here for 200 years of free labor. And after that, you volunteered yourself to continue where they left off. Very shameful and disgraceful. That is why in IPOB we have honor and we have dignity. That is why we know that our worth can only be measured not only by the restoration of Biafra, but how well we go on to build Biafra. Biafra will not be like any other useless African country, I assure you. Can anybody tell me what the Fulanis contribute to Nigeria?
Terrorism.
Do you know the population? Do you know the population? And they are terrorizing all of us. Instead of us to join hands together and repel them and fight them, we engage in bickering and fighting like people who cannot reason very well. On the Shabbat Nnamdi, the Fulanis we are west from Europe, I can understand it. They are the lowest of the low. They drive cattle. They sleep with their cattle. They drink the urine of their cattle. And they are your lords and your masters. And you allow such nonsense to continue. You condone such idiocy. And then you rise up and tell me, I live in America and I'm very proud. Never. It's a good thing people dance before. At least don't want anybody. Because when I preach, there is hardly any good news in it. But the good news I'm giving you today is that Biafra must come. Biafra must come. Biafra must come. You have another assignment apart from Washington 2020. You are going to pay for what we are going to do at home. Yes. We are rebels. Yes. What's the name that you hear about? We want you to fund this very movement. I want America to fund IPOB. Can you do that? Yes. I can't do no better than enjoy that account. Today I've told you how much you have contributed in your defense fund, and I'm sure that case is now buried completely. You are going to pay $1 every month. Yes. No, $1. Carry on a little. $1 is tax deductible, is that correct?
Yes.
So in actual fact, we will use the legal means of getting Uncle Sam to fund the Biafra restoration.
Exactly, correct.
Those outside can be angry. There are too many people outside. But what if we get to such a place that cannot take us? I can come to the stadium. When I went to the stadium, many people are outside and they're upset. Because at last our people understand the truth we are preaching. They understand it. And they are responding accordingly. They must not be upset. What do we do about this? Many of them, they are outside. They came, some of them must have come late. And beware that the door is closed tonight. To those who are outside, almost everybody have. Beware the door is closed tonight. Is how the door of Biafra will be closed to everybody. That doesn't come now to support us. And I don't know how ended. The foundation, please. I will. What they say here, they say we have exceeded our capacity even. And the commander and the ocean, they are complaining. I don't have all any police. This man can carry a bag. More than fire service are here. Because if they call them now, our enemies will say that the police came to arrest me in New York. We only have one thing to do. I am asking each and every one of you here to contribute $1 tax deductible. In other words, you're not paying for it. Uncle Sam is to help restore Biafra. And not once you're contributing it, you're calculating how many people there are in New Jersey. Ole Kanibani in New Jersey. Too many. People are coming in, but we have no more space, so we have to stand. All the time, the announce donation of the foreign divorce. Maybe we need to announce donation so the home will go over. Because if we announce donation now, everybody will they won't know all the same. We are one family, and Biafra must be restored. I said before that anybody who doesn't believe in Biafra will not go to heaven.
Oh, come on.
Yoruba media started complaining. They were asking me, do you have the keys to heaven? And I said yes, that I do. That heaven is Biafra. Because our Lord prayed and he said, as it is in heaven, so shall it be on this very earth. So if there is heaven somewhere in heaven, there is also heaven here on this very earth.
Yes.
And that heaven is Biafra.
Yes.
Do we have any doubt? No. Do we have any doubt? No. We are going to Washington, July the 3rd, 2020. Are you coming with us? Are you coming with us? Oh, from, we should say from next month, every Biafran adult in the USA must set up a direct debit. Yes. To contribute tax deductible $1 every blessed month. That's all we need from you. And then you watch the zoo crumble. If you have more than that, you can also give. So far, has IPOB done well in defending you back home? Yes. Has IPOB done well in defending you back home? Yes. Then you have no reason or excuse not to support us. Therefore, I say to all of you here gathered today, that what we are fighting for is not just self-determination. What we are fighting for is our freedom. We are fighting for the right to live as free men and free women in the land of our ancestors. The same way our ancestors occupied that very land for over 5,000 years, so shall we occupy it for another 5,000 years. I conclude this evening by praying because some of you have some questions which I must answer. That Chukwokika Biama that started IPOB, because I did not. That the same Chukwokika Biama that gave us BSS that evil men destroyed. The same Chukwokika Biama that kept us alive up until this very day will not only hear our prayers, but will give us Biafra in our lifetime. Oh, yes, na Biafra na Biafra. Chineke na biko kpọrọ anyị ọkụ. Onye ọbụla ọhụrụ Biafra si na Naịjirịa agaghị mma. Ndụ onye ọhụrụ gbaka ndụ ndị Fulani. We are going to march in this country that the world may know who we are, that the world may know we live in this very country, that humanity may bear testimony to the fact that 8 people from Africa came here and decided to stake a claim for their freedom in the land of the free. And that any obstacle, be that man-made nor spiritual, standing in the way of Biafra, that very entity will fall. We have no need for Nigerians because we are Biafrans, and one day Nigeria will be obliterated from the face of this very earth, never to come back anymore. Therefore I say to you here gathered, may the Spirit of the Almighty, creator of the heavens and the earth, dwell within you and upon you, preserve and keep you, that you may all be alive to witness the coming of Biafra. IPOB! 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 One family! One family! One now, like I said it before, when we came in here, I asked somebody to give out numbers. Yeah, okay. I asked somebody to give us some numbers, and I have to bring you guys here. Bigolu, listen to this. This is supposed to be question and answer time.
And for them that are late, well, I don't know. You see, this is why we say, what music is that? I'm being interrupted here. All right. Next time, ask the Ogoro somebody.
Oh, yeah, no.
You are late. You are late. And the door locked now. Which one will they? And even though go down. Oh no, the zoo. We don't care if we clap for sitting. I saw somebody came to me today and asked me a question. He said, are you Peters that used to sing in the band? And I said, yes. Okay. And I zoo is that time. See? But we are here. Yes, let me start by calling out the people that have a number that want to speak questions. What we are. So, please, if you have to ask a question, you have to make it very, very brief. No praises, nothing, just come here, ask your question. If it is the one he's going to answer immediately, he will. But if it's the one that requires you to, because a lot of people are going to come and ask the same thing over and over. So, those that were given numbers, I don't know, do you have somebody who has number 1 that wants to ask a question? What's your number? Number 1? All right, come in. Straight to the question, no talking.
1 minute.
Just 2 minutes.
Oh, hey, Biafra.
Oh, hey, Biafra.
Oh, hey, Biafra.
Oh, hey, Biafra.
Director, I want to welcome you to New York. You're welcome. The God of heaven who sent you to us. Sharp. United States. And we pray before we do anything. Because people can't be about no chance. Thank God for all of you who came. I hope you come and join us in the meeting. Not to come and take picture with the director. Good morning. My question, sir, is it possible that you have inner circle meeting where those of us that are not coordinators will be able to share with you?
Okay. All right. Another thing is, let me be very plain this time. We want question because, like as I'm here now, I've heard someone. I'm a member of IPOB, so it's very, very unselfish of us to try to bring IPOB members to ask questions. We want strangers, people who are not members of IPOB that need to ask questions. Okay, I can see a hand up there. Are you're number 2. Are you a member of IPOB?
Yes.
Then we don't need you to ask questions. We want those who are not members of IPOB to ask questions. All right? I am not being, because there's nothing we as IPOB members will ask that we've not really heard before or know. You want to ask questions? Go ahead, man. Well, the number, do not say I'm not jumping numbers. What we are saying that if you are a member of IPOB already and you have a number, you're not going to ask any question. We want those who are not members to ask this question.
What should our people do? What should our people do if the devilish men are ordered to start slaughtering people and people at home? How can we defend ourselves right now?
All right. Okay.
we going to do if the Fulani herdsmen are there to start killing us? It's for us to do what we've been doing. We've been fighting back. We've been driving them away. But with your or without your support, they will overwhelm us. That is why we need the support of everybody here. Not just here, but across the whole US. Thank you very much.
This is number 11. Who has the next number? That is not member of IPOB. You are? Okay. 7. Number 7.
Because only shy because of put away. I want you. He can look at Jamale or put a name. Because if not, you can put a current Mupa on a big sacrifice in my life. I don't know who going on Israel. Israel now target. The world again Israel getting near Naka. Nnamdi no Kinahana and going to close to you. Ga Russia or China. Israel in Naka. Here we're Biafra Kamakana. Bana law. Ululanya Biafra. Aso Ojukwu ndị si na America gara n'Enugu ị ga-agwa Ojukwu na a ga Russia ekwe ya n'ọhụụ Ojukwu after that Awolowo aga Russia bịa gotezie ma league fighters ụmụ ndị ji pere ọrụ ọtụ enwere ike taa because America na Britain ọkwa ndị iwu anyị ihe mkpekpe ya n'Igbo. All right,
I can't get the question, but advance it. I think all I do, I'll leave you with this microphone and use the song.
Thank you. Your question is in order, but you also answered it as well. Because were we to start advertising every step that we take, our enemies will take exactly those same steps to counter it. So, but I can assure you that you are the ones holding us. I'm telling you this. You people in the USA are the ones holding us, putting us back anyway. Come to Washington, July 3rd, 2020, and then ask me 4 weeks from then. But I can assure you there will be no need for any further questions. Come to Washington and then you see what will happen. Thank you.
The protocol for one time because somebody here said they came out of state and he wants just to ask one simple question. He's a member of IPOB, but I'm not going to allow any more member of IPOB because I don't know what we in IPOB want Nnamdi to tell us. We've been listening to him. We are filled up. So those who are coming from the outside who are not members, I need to give them priority. All right, my brother. Okay, we'll get to you later. I mean, let somebody talk. Real quick, 1 minute.
Thank you, Max. It's a privilege to be missed this evening. My name is Chido Okwekwe. Recently, Nigeria Congress led by Tony Nnamdi in their own press, talking to lawmakers and people of prominence here. Do you intend to follow this line of strategy? Also, is there a plan
in the pipeline to consolidate strategy in different groups in this struggle. And also, defense fund, did you include Boston, Massachusetts? That's where I come from. I know most of us have contributed.
All right.
Thank you very much. You said people came to meet United States government, who? Government? Senators. I don't lie. What I can't do, I will tell you I can't do it. I can't lie in the name of Biafra. I don't discuss individuals nor groups. Massachusetts contributed. And where's my phone? It's a good question you asked. In the whole of US, in the whole of United States of America, only Massachusetts contributed the money that we actually received in Germany. Only. Can you hear me? Defense fund. Only IPOB in Massachusetts, a few of them contributed. The rest paid their money into, is it Bank of America?
Bank of America, USA.
That swallowed the money. The same people who are gossiping were those that collected their money and ate it.
And now, monthly dues.
Are you hearing me?
They don't pay monthly dues.
The same people inboxing you gossip. They are the ones that ate the money belonging to BDN and the wife.
Yes.
They paid over $1,000. And some of these people here, they still have the temerity to lie and to ask about defense fund that they themselves never contributed to. My dear brother, nobody came to see any senator for information. And they are not fighting for Biafra. I am not part of any constitutional amendment in the zoo. I am for Biafra and death to the zoo, God Nigeria.
All right. Okay, what's the number? So you remember my group? All right, let's go.
MWB is satisfied to business with the government of the United States of America. So I believe that Nabuna IPOB is registered business in the United States of America. They are entitled to a lot of grants. Mamuna Barakam. And entitled to get money for peace organization for Ndigo. Now, Ndigo. Bunde chọrọ inweta scholarship, ụmụaka ndị Igbo ndị chọrọ ito n'ihe dị iche iche and ọrụ aka dị iche iche. A nwere ego ndị gọọmenti mere allocate for organizations like this. This is organization for peace.
coordinated. $1 is not enough, as far as I'm concerned. And what about the $1 again? So only a member, I will take them down. I'm not on a church, I'm taking the Yoruba, and I say, no, partnership. Partnership member, they're going to contribute to whatever amount they will contribute, more than $1. So now you want to and then let the poor we got Washington. But as identity begins at home, they don't come much on a state, each state, before I march to Washington. Because they don't march in Canada. How did the march work from local government? State, before I go to Washington. So I have been done that. Before I show you what I know. Because we don't know when it came, you can't go on, I'm now
all right. Okay, madam, I have to go. That's a very good information you have given out to us. Okay, at the back. Okay, come forward. The man on the red card. Just make it very, very brief.
Because Vice President of People Organization in New York. No. Before you can do, never is the here. I didn't know here. It is good. We want Biafra. Actually, work from here. Are you working alone? Do you have people who are working with you that are going to work in the works? What do I mean by working the works? There are people who will bring awareness, maybe to the Britain, maybe to the United States, maybe to the United Nations, that these people are tired and they want to be on their own. Do you have people like that within you?
IPOB! 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 One family! The question is, do you have people? I mean, if I'm not misunderstanding, you mean human beings? Huh? You mean human beings? They're here now. There are some things I can't tell you because you're not under oath. There's a saying where we come from. If you come inside, we'll show you something that will marvel you. Marvel your outside. There is no government on this earth that doesn't have a IPOB.
Yep.
Huh?
Correct. That's right. Do you need proof? There are many people being given asylum in the USA and IPOB than any time in the history of this country. There's something in Canada.
Yes.
There's something in Israel.
Germany.
There's something in Germany. All it takes is one simple letter from IPOB. And your asylum will be granted. That's how powerful we are. And when we are going to all those meetings to get them to recognize IPOB, to give us asylum when we seek for it, we didn't announce it anywhere. Huh? You may say that something I don't know about. Do you understand? The fact you don't know something doesn't mean that it's not happening.
This is a very good one because during the war, the last Biafra war, there was a slogan and I said, don't sit on the fence, join the civil defense. You cannot sit outside the barrier to know what's happening on the inside. For you to know what is on the inside, come to the inside. All right, let me see our sister here. After you, I'm going to call the chicken wine to come and speak to us. Go ahead.
IBOB! I'm Malike. I bought this in 2014 and I live in Philadelphia. I came with my husband. Because I'm the only woman, they asked me to ask you this question. We in Philadelphia, the city of Rhode Island, we want to set up IPOB. Because I've been watching and seeing what people are doing and we're not doing nothing. So we have reached a point. Me and my husband coming here today for you to tell us what to do so we can open a chapter in Philadelphia. Thank you.
IPOB. She was coming along and she dragged her husband as well. It's a good thing. And this also goes to our dear brother who happens to be the vice president of Igbo Group in New York. Igbo Group in New York. Thank you very much anyway. And my dear sister, thank you. Everybody here can start IPOB family. You don't need instruction, permission from anybody. Wherever you are, start IPOB. Are you following me? Yes, sir. And nothing will happen to you, I assure you. Nnamdi, Philadelphia. And so you join up with her. Because IPOB is the largest family in the world. Yes. As an IPOB family member, if you travel to Russia, people will receive you. What you eat is there. Where you sleep is there. Do you understand? That is something people don't quite appreciate about us. When you come inside, you will marvel. But from outside, it seems that nothing is happening. A lot is happening inside. Thank you.
All right, let me see. Okay, come on. Thank you, very brief.
IPOB, all hail Biafra. It might interest you to know that I'm a reverend father, and I'm not afraid or ashamed to say it, because on the day we marched in Nigeria in respect of our fallen heroes, I wrote something in the social media, and many people, because I'm a reverend father in Nigeria, started asking me, Father, are you a member of IPOB? Are you supporting them? I say, the blood of Biafra is running in my veins. That was what I said. Buying on a bigger, I actually father for July 13 1 year. Buying on a bigger than I go and we group by form and I go hardcore Biafrans. I to China and assembly because then when Bosani broke in a class, I really is you Biafra. Father, I take care personal. Man, I took it when I came and said, yeah, father. I'm more to marry him, we give me to the microphone, no. I did some of missionary as I'm going in Nigeria, America, always in Nigeria, America. Wow. And when you see people, I'm bossy over and I'm not a man, sitting down to Canada, be America. They walk about no, be Macana have one missionary over, buy flight together. When I got to see my sister, one and one in about 1 year is in meeting. Western Yapa member. Nay, one of Mrs. Okafor, Bonisum wine, and a Bonisum wine in America. Bugonia guy, if I put this over and a dear woman, a sister, where there. No so put each other on one